Hello, Stamper. Welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today, I'm going to share tips on the Frosted Forest bundle, and the bundle come with the mask, okay? So if I get the link below, so if you purchase the bundle, it come with the stamp set, and it come with the dies. So I'm going to share pretty much everything in this and also with the mask. I'm going to start with the mask, so then we're going to clean our surface and it's going to make it easier. So the mask, we got what I call the oak tree here. You can do with or without the stamp. You can purchase just the mask by itself, or you can purchase it in the bundle there. I'm going to showcase the old bundle. So the mask, you got the one for still with, because I've been working a lot with that. You get the one with the single tree here. So that is, you get three of them. Now you get a notch, and that's going to help you. For this one, I don't really use the notch, but for the next one, we will. So you get number one right here. Then you get number two. Whoops, here's two and three. So that's this one. I'm going to start with the pine tree, the evergreen, just because this one, it's more tricky, okay? So you get the large and the small on one mask. Now you get A, so that's going to be the first one. You get B and C. You don't have to use all three of them. I will use all three of them. One that I think would be amazing, it's number or the letter B. If you want to use with the embossing the paste, that would make the snow. I think it would be cool. I would have a video down the road with that. Now, because this one you get the two, you can start with just one. But what I think it's tricky, it's if you want to use this stamp. So that would be the detail stamp here. So we're going to use this one and this one. Well, silly me, I didn't bring block. Here we go. So it would be hard to guess estimate where you go, so you would have to start the plain one first, right? So I'm going to do with the stamp and without, and then you're going to be able to see the difference. Now, what I'm going to do to make it easier, I'm going to put this right here. And what I'm going to use is just painter's tape here. Or if you get washi tape, something that it's removable, I will put, I want to make sure I get place for my mask. I'm going to put that there. And now I'm going to put the next one right here. And I'm going to put another piece of tape. And you will understand in a minute why the tape. Now I'm using the mat, the glass mat, and that make it very lovely here to do the sponging. I'm starting with the A. So I'm going to go, oh, my paper, it's too small. Okay, let me remove this and let me get two different. So you want to start with a quarter sheet. And I think that's just layers that I got there. Here we go. I got two bigger one here, I think. Is that for? So really you want to start with a quarter sheet. So five and a 5.5 by 4.25. Okay. Now we're going to start back here. And this is the longest one, okay? And then I'm going to put that right here. You could have smaller. It's just that if you want to do both at the same time, I think this is the best way. Now you see the letter A need to face your way. Now I'm going to put that here. It's about where I want it. Now I'm going to take, I'm using stamping blend. You can use a marker, stamping blend, doesn't matter. You're going to think stamping blend going to stain that. It don't. So now I just do my V over there, kind of artsy there. And then I'm going to do, you know what, I'm going to use this here and do my V over here. And I think a darker color would be better. Let me use Misty Moonlight the Dark there. So that is, if you want to do both, and even not just both, but so then you know where to go every time. Okay, now I get my V. Now without the stamping, I like to start with a lighter color. Here I'm gonna use Old Olive. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Old Olive, and I'm gonna go in my V here. And you can tap or you can, uh, you know, push it around. When it comes to the other one though, I rather tap. Okay, now we get this. Voila. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, this was Old Olive here. And maybe I had other green on it. That's all good. Now I'm going to use my stamp, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, a darker green. Now I know where to go with them. So I'm going to come here and align this here. Voila. See how much that brings. Oops, not this one though. And then the little one. Et voila. So you can stop right there. I think that way look very good. I personally don't think we need more layers, but they offer more layers. So let me show you what is with more layers. So now, and we get the letter B. So now it's easy to line up because you just follow your dots there. Here we go. Now I'm going to use mossy, not mossy, garden green. And I'm going to use this one here. And this, oops, going to try not to move it here. This one, I just going to tap. And this is the one that I think if you want to have the snow would be great. Et voila. But see how much it bring that to life. It's completely different. Now I'm going to put it on the B. The reason why I'm doing both of them, I mean the bottom one there, it's so you can see the difference with the stamp or without the stamp, okay? And I got it done. It's just I want to share to also show you how quick it looked complicated, but it really it's not. Et voila. How beautiful. So again, the B, that's the one I'm going to use to do with the snow. Now we're going to remove this. And now I'm going to go with the darkest green. And that's going to be C. And we will do Mossy Meadow. The same, then I use the stamp, okay? So now I'm going to come here. So see, I follow this. That helped lots, okay? For this one. The other one, I don't feel it's necessary. So I just tap it. I don't feel the need to, because I don't want it all uniform. Et voila. Now this one. Now we're going to crank it a notch after this. this one don't have the trunk. The next one, the whatever, what I call the oak tree, I don't know if it's an oak. It's more like an aspen, I think. Um, we're gonna do a trunk just because I like to have, just like way back in the days, lovely as a tree. The longest stamp set, I always add the trunk. I think it make a different color. I think it add a lot of character. So I'm using the dark pecan pie. Now you're gonna see where the trunk is. You're just gonna come and add the line of the pecan pie there. It's not much, but you're gonna see the difference with or without. You're gonna be like, it really does bring the stamp set to life. See, now I got the trunk, and see, I don't have the trunk. So this one was the stamp with the stamp. This one no stamps. Okay, so I just gonna add still a little bit of the trunk there. Et voila. Now the small one, it's too full to bring the trunk. That's how I feel. So that's how this is done. Now, uh, the blend, if you see it don't come off, don't panic. You can use rubbing alcohol. This is what I got here. And it's going to come right off because it's an alcohol-based marker. So see, it come right off. And that's what I like to use, so then it don't go anywhere. Okay, so now that we get that, so you could have done just one. You didn't have to do both. You could have done one just in the center, still use your ABC, whatever, to mark, your V, that make it easier. Now, you can leave it just the way it is. And like I said, I can cut it here. Or now with this one, you can cut the outline. So this is the dies, and this would cut the outline of them. I don't recommend to use this with the stamping or the sponging. You will see the minute why. So now this cut this very lovely, et voila. Now you're gonna say, where did you get the little one? Well, the little one, I don't know where the other piece went. I chop it off. I just cut at the bottom there. I know I'm gonna find the piece in someplace here. So I cut it, and then I take my scissors and I just remove the bottom because I want it different size. Uh, so both of them are with the stamp. This one, it's without the stamp. And you see I added the trunk also. I will have those cards down the road on my blog. Okay, so this one is done. Now, so now you know where to use this. Now, to do the detail, I tried the detail after I sponge, and to be honest, I think just the sponging, it's perfectly fine without that. But we got different one here to use with that. Let me, okay, this is this one. Okay, so I was thinking, well, I can do the outline and then do the detail. No, it don't look good because you don't have a background like that. So this one really is for the cutout. That's what I used to cut out. And here, the bottom of the tree, I told you I would find it. Here it is. So you can have different length, okay? Now, for this one, this paper here, it's a Thoughtful Journey, and it's awesome one. I use the adhesive sheet that make it a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and remove the adhesive sheet. Voila. And then I already prepare my card there, and I'm going to put that right here. And now I got a three there also. So, and then inside I just put a strip of that paper. Now, you can also use your blend. I should have done that before the card, but add in the center of your die cut here. And see how much it just completely changed the look of it. Just that little bit of extra step or effort may change the look completely. Now, this one here, I did two of them. And this paper, it's Winter Meadow. Um, this one, it's Misty Moonlight, and then I get the white in the back. So how did I do two of them? Let me share with you how that is done. So again, oops, I die cut the detail one. Okay, so these detail one, I use it by itself, and the bowl or the outline, I use it by itself with the sponging or the mats. Now, I got black, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do that again. This is Winter Meadow. So it's not just Christmas. I think this would make a very lovely masculine card. Could be a very nice sympathy card for a man also. But we're going to add the snow in the back. So I got basic black, and again, I use the adhesive sheet. You can do without the adhesive sheet, but it's tedious to glue. I like the adhesive sheet. And a lot of time I forget to cut it with the adhesive sheet, and I'm like, why? So see, you just pull it up easy. Now this would make a nice, you know what? I will keep this here because I can do a negative with that. It was a perfectly, and then I can peel that. I will do a card down the road. I'm going to save this. I got an idea in my head right now. So I got black. Now I got white here. By the way, this white, I had that already on this. This was shimmer white. We don't have shimmer white anymore, but white would be perfect. So the white, I want it in the back. And the reason why, so I'm going to put that right here. And it's like snow. That's how I done this one here. So just glue it down. And then when you put this one, you're going to offset it. So just pay attention to one side, and then really the next side should be just right. But see, I just pay attention to one side. I just want a bit of the white. I don't want too much, but it give, not only that it give the look of the snow there, but see, it really give more depth to the tree. Et voila. So that's how I use two layers. So now you get one. This one I don't have to add my trunk on the black and here. So that is the detail, and that's what I call the bowl with the mask. Okay, now I got a few more ready to roll here, right? So see, like I said, this I tried that, and I think just the stamp image, it's perfectly, it's better, really. That's too much. It don't take, it take away from the thing. Okay, move along. Now, for the oak or the, it's kind of an aspen, we're going to do, I'm going to share how to color that one. That one, like I said, I don't even mark it. So I just go, oh, one thing that I skip. How do I wash that? I personally love to just run it under running water and then tap it dry. And the reason why I say tap it dry, you don't want to rub hard. And the reason why this one, it's not bad. The next one, it is because you get all those fine detail that if you rub hard, it's gonna just whatever pull away. And then I would tap it. I don't use this normally. I still gonna wash it under running water. I just run it there and then tap it dry. Okay, now this one. This one, it's 1, 2, 3. So I like to start with the trunk. And again, I will not do both, but you can do with the stamp or without the stamp. And I'm going to do with this stamp just because I think it adds a lot of character. Oops. I got one already done without this stamp, so we're going to be able to compare it. The one that I did earlier, it was using pebble pad for this stamp. This time I am using, here we go, that's good enough. Early Espresso. I want it a bit darker. So I'm going to go ahead, and this one is very easy to do without the stamp also. So don't worry if you think it would be hard to match, and that it's not. So I'm going to go ahead, put that right here. Voila. And you know what? I'm just going to show you quick though. It's not bad at all. Now we're going to go ahead with the trunk. And the trunk, see, now I can match it right in my stamp image. Now the trunk, I'm going to use pecan pie. And I like to tap. This for the trunk, I can use maybe a little bit more color so I can rub it, but I want to, not all uniform, okay? I want some character. Voila. And now I can come right here. See, tap, tap, tap. It's not uniform. Et voila. Now we're going to come ahead with the next step. Number 2 will be this one. So now I go the lighter of the green that I choose. So for this one, and now you see all then that's why I say when you rub, you want to be careful, see how detailed these pieces are. That's why I want to tap it dry. Now I just cover that. Now I'm going to go ahead and use old olive. That's lighter than garden green. And that I don't want to rub because I don't want to look like a paste. So I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Don't worry about the big dots and all that. Just tap. Now remove this. And then go over here. See, I told you it was super easy to match. And tap. And remove. See, when you tap, you get variation of the color. If you would sponge it all, it would be all one color, and you want to bring the tree to life. Now, the next one, and we're going to go a darker color, and it's those bits and pieces. Again, this one though, it's nothing to line up. So that's the one that maybe the letter would help, but I don't even use the letter. I just eyeball it, okay? But you can make your notch there. Now this one, I'm going to use the darker one, garden green this time. We use old olive. Now I'm going to use garden green. And again, I'm going to tap. Et voila. So just by tapping a little bit like this, it won't be all uniform. So you're going to have more variation in the green, even if you're just using two color, you get a lot more variation. This one here, I think it's too much of a big difference. So if that happen, bring back your first one here, put it back on. Now you can match it where it was. And that was Old Olive. I'm going to come back with this one with Old Olive. So if you see your color, you're like, they're off a bit, don't worry, you can come right back. So I'm going to go ahead and tap. Oh, much better. Voila. So now you see the difference, and I just shove my mask there. I will wash it after. Like I said, I like to run it underwater. So now you got with the stamp and without the stamp. So the oops. Now for the die, I'm gonna lose some stamps here. For the dies, this one, I would use the outline. See, that's what I would use, the outline, and then you get this. And see these, how I tap, you get all little dots. So this one get the stamp, and that I stamp it with pebble pad, and I like it better with the early espresso. And this one, it's no stamp. So, and they're both cut with that. Now, if you don't want to have the dies or you don't have a die cut machine, it's okay. See, you can do this one. I did the birds. It's part of this. So I stamped the birds. This year it's in the grove stamp I did at the bottom because I like to have my thing anchor. I put a little bit of linen thread there, but see this one, it's no stamp, and this one it's stamp, but not die cut. So even if you get the die cut, you don't have to die cut everything. You can use it just like that, or then like this. And then I will finish this card here, and I will post on my blog, like I said, down the road. Now, this one also, you get the detail. So let me show you the detail of the dies. So we did the pine, we did that. Now this one, you're going to use this, and then you're going to use this one. Now I already die cut that for you. And like I said, I use that on, let me bring this here. You see this? This one here, it's Mandarin Meadow. Mandarin Meadow. I will have all the supplies below. And this time I just sponge lightly the back there because I want to see the difference. So this is pecan pie. Now I'm using gray granite. I was looking at the tree in the back, and most of it are a grayish. So I use balmy blue at the top, and you see I just tap for the sky, so it's not just uniform nader, and then the grass. I didn't want to use another stamp set like I did the other one in the Grove because I want to share with you, even you don't have to have another extra stamps. So I use the again the adhesive strip. Well, maybe not. Here we go. And this one, after it was done, I was like, oh, that's quite a bit small. So because this is 3 3/4 by 5, uh, I think I will have the measurement when I share it. I'm going to put that right here. Now here is the leaves. Now, one thing that I like to do with the leaves, we get the leaves there, but I like to use my sponge. This is, I don't know which green, a darker, it's garden green on darker, darkened. Garden green on dark garden green. Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. Now I got mossy here. I just like to add a little bit of variation. Like I said, when you look at a tree, they're not all the same color, right? So I just tap a little bit. And that, for me, I think make a little bit of a difference. Now, all those little bits and pieces, when you cut it, you want to make sure it's all empty when before you store it, or well, before you use it again. The reason, if you get some stuck, it will not cook properly. Okay, keep that in mind. This one, I make sure it was clean, so you can use a poker or such. Now I'm gonna peel the back. We got that brush that go with your pick tool. See, now most of it gonna come right off in the back of this here when you peel up. Is that cool? Now, if you get some, you can keep it there. Or another thing, see, you can go this way. It take a lot of them. A lot of the time, I'm gonna do a little bit like this, and then I'm not worried about it. So now I get little dots on my fingers. Let me clean this. Okay, now we're gonna take this, and I, like I said, I don't poke one by one. No way. Most of them are gone. If some are still there, I'm okay with that. Now we're gonna go ahead and put that right here. Et voila. Now I got a loose bird someplace that I don't know if it start flying or what, but we got the die cut for the birds too. That I just did it. I didn't stamp it. I just did it bowl. I mean, just the die cut. You could stamp it. It matched the stamp. Okay. Now I did my grading. I'm going to put that right here. Like I said, I wanted to keep this plain, that you didn't have to have this and that way extra. So we're going to put the grading. Okay, let's mount that in the back here. So you're going to see a bit. Put that on a basic gray. I was debating which color. Now, when I find my bird that I know it's someplace around here, I will add the bird to this. Okay, and put that here. So now we're done with the sponging of the both trees and the detail. Now it's more in this. I'm going to share one more thing. I know this video is longer. You can pause and rewind and such, but I wanted to show you all the basic. Et voila. Now, when I had my little bird there, it's going to change quite a bit. Okay, so the little bird, I should point out that you get two. It's the same one, it's just that it cut faster. So now we use everything. We use everything here, all the greeting there on some of the cards. What we didn't use, it's this one here. This one, I'm going to bring the die cut machine because it's a little bit more tricky. Now I'm done with this. Let me remove this. And let me bring the die cut machine. Oh, see what I found? I said I would find them, right? So we're going to add him, and I'm sure it's going to do quite a bit of, I'm just going to put him like he's flying away from the tree there. Oh, maybe a little bit more there. Et voila. Okay, now for this one here, I get this card over here. That's the gilded paper. And this is a thoughtful journey. And this one here in the grove, not in the grove, what's the mountain? Yeah, in the grove. The other one was grassy grove I was talking about. In the grove, and then under the moon, I put them, it's all like monochromatic, except this is basic gray and this is gray granite. So you see, it's kind of a skeleton trees, like perfect for winter, fall, and such. So now I'm gonna crank it up a notch, share with you how you can move the trees. So I got a piece of cardstock here that measure five 5 1/4 by 4, I think. I don't want, so I'm going to put that on this piece. I don't want the trees right on top of that. I wanted more, my trees more in the middle. Well, how to do this? So let's bring the die cut machine. I didn't use the adhesive in the back of that, and none of the other one that I used, this one that I used the adhesive, okay? Now, like I said, I don't want it on one end. I want it more in the middle. This depends how much you want. I just want, so if you go more high, you're gonna go get more ground. If you go lower, gonna get less ground. So I'm gonna go about here. So you see it pass. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna roll on. Now, okay. Now how to make this fit? Oops. Here, voila. So to make it fit on this piece here, oops, somebody want to come in. I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut my ground, and see, it don't have to be equally. I made sure that I didn't follow a straight line. You can use a paper cutter, but really I think it's better if you don't follow a straight line. Now I use white for this one because I think that kind of looked like frost, so more like a winter one. And now see, now it's more in the middle. So then I can play a bit. I'm going to put it right here. So we're going to go ahead and glue this. And the way that I glue all the other one, and I did some for a swap with this, so I did quite a bit. The one with the moon, but was different color. I just add dots, because even if the trees, it's not glue all the way, I'm fine with that, because I wanted to, you know what, maybe a bit there. I want it to, here we go, to make it more real, like a 3D. So I'm just tapping, and you see some branch going to be lift up, and I'm okay. Or you can glue it all down. If you do this, the only thing that you have to be careful when you do not glue all the way, it's when you're going to put it in your envelope, okay? Make sure you don't catch that. Now we're going to turn this in the back. Going to trim here just a little bit here. And then always from the back, so then you can follow your paper there. And now I'm going to be able to mount that inside. I did this. Now this is going to be here and this over here. Et voila. So now I can add a greeting, and I will add, it's a greeting in this one here. It's thank you. That's going to fit perfectly there. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight because that's the, so I'm going to go ahead, put my thank you, and I'm going to put that right here. Et voila. I would just dress that up. So that is it. So now you saw all of it, not just bits and pieces. So I will refer to this video more often than when I share all those cards. But now you saw how I use all of the dies. I didn't use, well, I did use the, oh, let me think, the bird, but it matched with the stamp set. Okay, absolutely, it matched with the stamp set. So you could, where is one with the bird? You can do it both ways. You can stamp it first and then die cut, or come back and do it. So just show you that it worked, I'm going to go ahead and, oops, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. That's what I get here. And do my bird. Et voila. Oh, you know what? I like it better with stamp. I thought I wouldn't, but now I do. So now you saw everyone, all the dies in action, and all the stamp, and also the templates, the mats. So remember, if you order the bundle, it don't show the mass, but they're there. You have to read the description, so don't double order. The mats are included in the bundle. The bundle is the stamp set, the dies, and the mass. You can purchase the mass by itself because you can use it by itself, or you can use just the stamp set and such. Also, when you purchase the bundle, you get 10% on the stamp and the dies. So I hope you learned quite a bit, and I get the direct link for the product that I use and also to visit my blog. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, happy stamping.